If all of us left this conference with a consciousness that anywhere we enter, God enters. Anytime we talk, God speaks. When we come, the presence of God show up. Imagine, do you know how many families will be healed? You will just be going home. You will literally hear the sound of demons running. Because you are now coming with a renewed consciousness. God is coming back home. God is entering this family. Is that the family where demon can live? He said the light shineth in the darkness. The darkness. How could darkness cohabit with you? It's because we don't know what we were given. But that's why you came. Power to prevail. Oh, when God started helping me, a prophet with sincere motives looked at me and said, go to your father's village, fetch sand, bring it. I said, why do I need to fetch sand? If a herbalist, if a native doctor wants to do something, will he go and fetch sand? Why do I have to travel to go and fetch sand? Why can't I stand here and speak over my own destiny? Who is he that saith a thing and it cometh to pass when the Lord commanded it not? As I'm standing like this, tell me you are cursed. I won't pray about it. Because there's no enchantment against Jacob. There's no divination against Israel. You can't curse me, sir. I carry dominion. You can't dominate me. See, I've had people gang up against me. They say he's finished. He will die. He will fail. Look at those who are with me. Never prayed about it. We kept prophesying where we're going. You can't say anything over me and it prevail. Oh, I'm in Zion. He said, you have come to Mount Zion. I'm in Zion. And he said, in Zion there shall be deliverance. There shall be holiness. All we possess here are our possessions. I don't waste my time praying over demonic activity. They can't prevail. He said the enemy will come in one way. He will flee in 7 ways. Something is working inside me, sir. I'm a carrier of the spirit of dominion. A man said in a nation, in a certain nation, he said, I won't enter. If I enter, he will deal with me. I told them to tell him to try. This is not prayer. Go ahead and try. You know what the Bible said? It said your sons and daughters will come from afar. It says strangers will stand to build your wall. It said you will suck the breast of kings. See, any nation I enter, the doors are open for me. It says strangers will come to serve you. There is something on us, sir. We are not the victims. We are the light of the world. We are a city set upon a hill. The light shines in the darkness. The darkness comprehends it not. Darkness does not have clearance to prevail over you. You know your issue. You don't know who you are. Dominion is not a cliche. It's a power. I have constituencies that I exercise authority. And I have something in me that nothing brings me down. I'm like Mount Zion that cannot be moved. It's dominion. This is the 18th sermon I'm preaching in 8 days. Why don't I fall sick? Why don't I break down? I went to London on Thursday. In 48 hours I led 12 prayer points, one hour, 12, all of them explosive. I finished. I ministered in 4 other locations, and then I did the healing to the nation on Wednesday, and I am here talking to you. This is apart from other meetings. We don't break down, sir. We don't break down. Whether it's from the demonic or from the natural, we are standing like Mount Zion. I speak over somebody. The power for dominion, whether on ground or online, is coming upon you now. Are you not the one they used to gang up against in your office? Take your position, take your allowances. You will see what will happen from today. When they gather, something will hit them and scatter them. It's dominion. From their camp, people will come and confess to you and say, since we ganged up against you, things have gone bad for me. I don't know, my sons are sick, my business is failing. Forgive me for talking against you. That's how you deal with your enemies. You carry a radar of power. Go and read about Samuel. Saul sent soldiers to go and arrest Samuel in Nayot Ramah. He wasn't praying, but there was a radar. You can't prevail over him. He said, the enemy shall not exact upon you, neither shall the son of wickedness afflict you. There is something you carry. When the soldiers entered Naioth, they began to prophesy. Saul sent another battalion. They came, they began to prophesy. Saul was offended and said, I'm going there myself. Guess what happened to him? The moment he entered the borders of Naioth, he tore his garment and prophesied naked. The captains among your enemies, they will soon begin to go down. He said, 1,000 shall fall by your side, 10,000 by your right hand. It shall not come near you. He said, with your eyes you shall see and behold the recompense of the wicked. That's dominion. Dominion is not praying every day against the devil. Everybody against my destiny. Fall down and die. Satan has given you an agenda. You can't even focus on your own life again. How many times do you see Jesus praying against the devil? I'm not saying there's anything wrong praying those prayers, but that should not be all you pray. There are times when the devil should come and go down and fall. There are times when they should gather and scatter. There is something on your life. We have become so conscious of devils that we don't even have a relationship with God. From January to December, the person is praying for protection. Oh, Gaza, this your God, is he so irresponsible? Somebody's story is changing. I said somebody's story is changing. Dominion. Number 3, what is dominion? Dominion is the power for relevance and influence. See, something comes on your life, right? Anything you do, your generation is commanded to hear. It's not luck, it's not chance, it's not even strategy. Strategy is secondary. If you don't have dominion, strategize from today till tomorrow, nothing will work. When Jesus had the encounter on the Mount of Transfiguration, Luke 9, 28 to 29, Matthew 17, 2 to 4, he said, this is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. That's dominion. Anything he does, his generation must hear. Luke chapter 4, verse 4 to 5. Matthew chapter 4, verse 14 to 15. Luke 4, 14 to 15. The Bible said, he returned in the power of the Spirit. And he said, his fame went abroad. And he said, the land of Zabulon, the land of Naphtali, by the way of the sea, beyond Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles, the people that sat in darkness have seen a great light. He said, they that sat in the region of the shackles of death, he said, a great light is sprung forth. Why do you think people go to ritualists? After they do all they do give them something and say, go and sell pure water. And suddenly they become leaders in the nation. That means strategy is important. Intelligence is important. Hard work is important. But empowerment must come first. He returned in the power of the Spirit. His fame went abroad. You can't do much for God in obscurity. That's why I said, you shall be witnesses unto me in Jerusalem, in Judea, in Samaria, in the uttermost part of the earth. There is a power that comes upon you that gives you relevance and influence. And when I say influence, it's beyond popularity. Popularity is part of it, but influence is the capacity to influence choices, to control choices. The capacity to alter decisions. The capacity to inspire and to lead. So your generation begin to follow you. They forget whether you are young or old. They forget whether you are male or female. It's called dominion. I was sharing with God's servant, we have more than 6 platforms where people follow. I showed him one of them. Every 28 days, it has 21 to 22 million views. From Kenya here alone, more than 14% are in that 21 million. From Kenya. I don't have to be in Kenya. But something has come on my life that when I talk from Abuja, they hear in Kenya. That's dominion. You are not, that you are in Kenya does not mean your life begins and ends in Kenya. Some of you listening to me, you are the answer to Canada. Some of you listening to me, you are the answer to Zimbabwe. Some of you listening to me, you are the answer to Saudi Arabia. But that thing must come on you. And it doesn't mean you'll be a preacher. When it comes on you, it can trigger inventive intelligence. You will create something and suddenly the whole media depends on you. You will create something, suddenly the whole medical world depends on you. You create something, suddenly it becomes the biggest advertisement platform. And so you can now influence your generation. That is dominion. It's beyond preaching. It's authority to influence. So when you come for a conference like this, get ready. Your life will soon become busy. Because you will walk out of here. Some of you might be in a dream. You will just see something, you will do it, and Kenya will go on fire. And suddenly, even from the presidency, they will call you and say, please come and instruct the youth of Kenya. And people will be wondering, where is he from? It doesn't matter where he came from. Something has rested on him. You must love him. You must hear him. That's how it works. We just appear because God has carried us through process and he has released something on our lives. And I see many people leaving this conference with that grace and power for influence. Dominion. 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 The word radar. That's what God gave Adam. Does it not surprise you? How can you throw one man in this vast earth and you say you should control it? See the number of us that are only in Kenya. Not to talk of Nigeria, Ghana. Not to talk of Europe. Not to talk of the Americas. All of these places were already created. God plants one man and said dominate the earth. That means one man has the capacity to dominate the whole world. Now see how many we are. We can't take over one country. It means we are lacking in the understanding of dominion. And this is why you came here. Somebody will rise from here that the whole of East Africa will begin to listen to you. Dominion, relevance, and influence. Number 4, what's the meaning of the word radar or dominion? Is rest. Is rest. You come to a point where there's no more anxiety. You are in full control from the place of rest, from the place of assurance, from the place of victory. Joshua chapter 21 verse 44, he said the Lord gave them rest round about, according to all that he sware unto their fathers, and there stood no man of all their enemies before them, for the Lord delivered all their enemies into their hands. So there's a level where your enemy is attacking you and he can't prevail. There's another level where your enemy advises himself that if I try him, I'll be in trouble. It's called rest. It's a place of assured victory. You are in charge. You are in control. You have it as you want. It's not relaxation. It's to be in charge. I can be sleeping, yet it will happen the way I say it. I have it the way I want it. That's dominion. God has brought us into that level and realm of functionality. He said in Matthew 11:28, he said, come to me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden. He said, and I will give you rest. He said, take my yoke upon you. He said, for you will find, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And he said, you will find rest for your soul. So there is the soulish rest and there's also the circumstantial rest. All of them put together is what gives you dominion. That you are not under pressure for validation. You are doing ministry from rest. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm just doing what God leads me to do. You are doing business from rest. I'm not trying to prove any point. See, there are people who have money, they don't have rest. There are people who are kings, they don't have rest. They are still struggling for acceptance, struggling for validation, struggling. But a man who has dominion is at ease. There's no need for anxiety anymore. You are in charge. God put something on you. Men serve you willingly. They love you. They can die for you. Look at what God did for David. In 1 Chronicles 12:22, it said daily men joined themselves to David until his host became like the host of God. That's rest. There was a time when David desired to drink water from the garrison of the Philistines. There was a well Rachel's well, the Philistine had taken over that region. That was the well David wanted to drink water from. That he desired it. The Bible said 3 men put their lives in jeopardy and broke through an army garrison and fetched water and brought to David because he desired it. That's not a leader trying to prove a point. No. People are willing to die for him. That's dominion. The constituency where God put you, you have rest there. And then finally, dominion. The word dominion is the word reign. That word radar is the word transliterated as reign. And reign means glorified existence. Is the word basileus. Romans chapter 8 verse 17. It said, they which receive abundance of grace and the gift of righteousness shall reign. They shall king through life. It's a glorified existence. When God gave us dominion, it was not only to give us relevance in the natural. Because he gave us dominion, even in the spirit realm, we are recognized. Because we have been brought into glory. That's why when man fell, the Bible says, for all have sinned and falling short of the glory of God. So the man was created to live in glory. And when Jesus came, he came to restore man to glory. In John 17 verse 22, he prayed and he said, give to them the glory that you gave to me, that they may be one as we are one. So dominion is glorified order of life. In Romans chapter 8, if you read verse 29 and 30, the Bible said, him that he predestinated, he conformed to the image of the Son, that the Son might be the first among many brethren. And he said, him that he foreknew, he predestinated. Him that he predestinated, he called. Him that he called, he justified. And he said, him that he justified, he glorified. So we were called to live the glorified order of life. And what does that mean? It means we live and manifest God. The word is phanero. So if you come to a place, it's like God has come there. Anything God would have done if he was present, he delegated to you. So if Jesus wants to heal the sick, he doesn't have to come because you are around. If he wants to cast out devils, he doesn't have to come because you are around. If he wants to favor somebody, he doesn't have to come because you are around. Because everywhere you come to, Jesus comes there. Every time you show up, God show up. Every time you manifest, God manifests. That's dominion. Now, you see why angels are surprised if we are oppressed. Because the guy who should embody God and come with God is afraid that they took his name to a shrine. Why were they not afraid to carry your name there? Are you not aware that when they took your name there, they took God there? So if they can't hurt God, they can't hurt you. That's why it's not a prayer. But if we don't know we carry dominion, our prayer will expose us before demons. Because some of us, it was when we started praying that demons realized we didn't know who we were. That was when demons realized we didn't know our authority. So you are now praying and say, Lord, save me from demons. They say, hey, so you think we are in charge of you? You are finished. That's when they started tormenting you. You were praying and you were saying, Lord, save me on this job. Oh, so you know the job can torment you. So we'll torment you. Not some of us. You know how we pray? Anywhere the step of my feet, the soles of my feet enter, is mine. I've taken over. When you pray like that, the devil won't waste his arsenals trying to fight you on the job, because he knows that you know that when you went there, you took over. That's how we pray. Demons don't attack some of us because they know. Even in our thought, we say it, that anytime we show up, they get out. So they know we have authority over them. It's the people who don't know that Satan manifests through. But we know. We know. We don't just have power. When we come, God comes. When we manifest, God manifests. The Bible said, him that is joined to the Lord is one spirit with him. Him that is joined to the Lord, it said, as he is, so are we. Not in heaven, in this world. As he is, so are we. Not in heaven, in this world. He said, the Spirit of the Lord shall live in you and with you forever. Anywhere I come, God has come. Anywhere I show up, God has shown up. In fact, in Luke chapter 10 verse 16, he said, if they hear you, they hear me. So when I talk, I assume that you are hearing God. Because if you hear me, you hear him. That's why some of us, when we talk with audacity. I can look at somebody who is failing. I say, it is well with you. And I know it will be well with him. I look at somebody who is dying. I say, live and not die. Because when he heard me, he heard God. And God can't talk to a dying man and he still dies. No, it's not possible. I look at the sick. I say, be healed. Because I know when they hear me, they hear God. Oh, we were just praying by the weekend. Just the weekend that finished. Somebody who applied for visa and was turned down. I said, in 6 hours. In 6 hours. Anything you were rejected from will be restored. Guess what happened? 5 hours, 15 minutes. This was after work time. The Home Office of England reached out to her and said, come and carry your visa, it's been approved. You are the one who talk and you think a Kenyan is talking. You are not just a Kenyan. For the purpose of patriotism, yes, you are a Kenyan, but you are more than a Kenyan. You are an ambassador of heaven. You are the voice of God on earth. You are the carrier of God's presence. That's who you are. That's dominion. The man God created. That's what God was expecting. That when that man show up, he comes with governmental power. That when he shows up, he comes with prevailing and judgmental power. That when he shows up, he comes from the place of rest. That when he shows up, it's like God has shown up. I'm not an apostle. I'm not just an apostle. When I come to a place, God's presence comes. The moment I start talking, God starts talking. This is my consciousness. That's why I don't need the title to manifest. The title is just a description of my office. It's just a description of my responsibility. The real reality about me is Christ in me, the hope of glory. When I come, God has come. When I manifest, God has manifested. This is why some of you, just by listening now, demons can no longer stay in you. Sickness can no longer stay in you. You will finish listening to me. You will stand up. You will discover a tumor has disappeared. You will stand up. You will discover a pain has gone. You will stand up. You will discover some patterns, demonic patterns that were happening in your life before will suddenly stop. Because what I am doing is that I'm drawing waters from your spirit. What is in your spirit, I'm drawing it out. Christ is in you, but it's going to move from the hope of glory to the manifestation of glory. Dominion. That's who we are. Imagine if the number of people here understood dominion. We will take over Kenya in 1 week. Do you know how many doctors are here? Do you know how many businessmen are here? Do you know how many teachers are here? Do you know how many lecturers are here? Do you know how many preachers are here? Imagine if all of us left this conference with a consciousness that anywhere we enter, God enters. Anytime we talk, God speaks. When we come, the presence of God show up. Imagine. Do you know how many families will be healed? You will just be going home. You will literally hear the sound of demons running. Because you are now coming with a renewed consciousness. God is coming back home. God is entering this family. Is that the family where demon can live? He said the light shineth in the darkness. The darkness. How could darkness cohabit with you? It's because we don't know what we were given. But that's why you came. And as you are living here, every dimension of dominion, you are manifesting. Yahweh, Rapha, Elohim, Shaddai, Jireh, Adonai, manifest yourself. You know, when you sing like that, hope you know God is not jumping down from heaven that I'm here. The way he manifests is through you. So suddenly a fisherman becomes an apostle. A failure becomes a success. A sick person becomes healed. A weakling, a demonized person begins to cast out devils. Because you are the vessel. You are the vehicle through which he manifests. Once upon a time, on the mountains of Horeb, on the mountains of Sinai, he came down as a cloud. That era has passed. The way he comes down now is through us. When we show up, different dimensions begin to show up. That's how he comes. When we are talking, we saturate the place with God. A point comes, God filled the place so much that even men begin to touch him. The tangibility, they feel him, they touch him. It's like a spirit is pushing against them. The spirit of favor, the spirit of power, the spirit of wisdom is rubbing off. You can feel it. You can feel it that that addiction has gone. You can feel it that that stagnation is over. See, some of you will leave this conference. In 1 month, you will enter a relationship that will bet marriage. Because when it comes, the attributes are many. They are many. They are many. And you are carrying it. I say you are carrying it. In the name of Jesus. Can I add more? Or you are saturated? I came loaded. I can reserve for tomorrow if you are saturated. And minister in the spirit. Yahweh Rapha Elohim Shaddai Jireh Adonai, manifest yourself. Yahweh Rapha